Have we met before? If I hadn't run out of that potion, I bet I'd remember. Yes, Yolvan. Quite appealing. You should visit. Where is Yolvan again? Not my first choice of campsites, but better than the alternatives. I'll gladly take war-sworn swine over giant spiders. Wouldn't anyone? You know, a person who makes potions from things like fungal spores and droppings. A person like me. A virtue... What? Perhaps you should use words people actually understand. Someone here is looking mighty foolish right now. It's me. I'm the one looking foolish. The worst of the worst, that one. Honourable, proven, courageous. Who could ever be proud of such qualities? Beautiful woman. Ravishing. In fact, I made clear my intentions to woo her. She made clear her intentions to break my nose. Surely you've heard of him. The most famous travelling potion salesman whatever lived. The guy I landed on killed. Knew him, did you? I mean, I'm him. That's me, Oleander. They don't like me. Because they're brutes, I'd wager. Or because I stole from their treasure hoard. That's probably the reason. Castellantine Delphric wants to lock me up. Me, Oleander Sinclair. Did I mention that he's famous? That I'm famous? I'm Oleander Sinclair. In their prime, they were silk farmers. But now the village is a ruin. You can go and see for yourself. I wouldn't advise it, though. You like that head of yours? Well, if you do, I'd advise you stay here in the north. You could end up like those in Canarok. Poor souls are spider snacks. A potion! His potion, I mean. Oleander Sinclair. See, I'm not really him. He being a dead guy I found in a mine nearby. Landed on, really, but he was already dead. Maybe I took his coin and drank one of his potions. That's when things got strange. I could make potions, tonics, cordials, restoratives. Turns out I really like alchemy, but the potion's effects are fading. Will you help me make another? Let's just say before I became Oleander Sinclair, I was less a travelling alchemist and more of a robber of travelling alchemists and other people. I don't recall the potion's name. No surprise, I can't even remember my own name. That's the price you pay for being for being a liar. Those war-sworn curs likely have one in their keep. Not sure. They won't let me in, on account of my being a liar. You could make the potion using the proper reagents, but that would require work. We've got to hurry, though, because I'm getting dumber by the moment. Scour the keep and you'll find something useful. You wouldn't believe what those war-sworn are hoarding in there. Scour the keep and you'll find something useful. You wouldn't believe what those war-sworn are hoarding in there. I think there are 2 ingredients that go to the potion. The potion that makes you better at making potions. Ember Eyes and Sky Blossom, reagents you can find hereabouts. With them, I can make the potion I need. It's called that because the white pattern on its blue petals look like clouds in the sky on a summer day. Yeah, that sounds right. Bet it grows around here somewhere. In the forest, I'd wager gold on it. Probably in the ground. Try the ground. They're seeds that smoulder with the heat of a sun-baked stone. Amazing. I have no idea how I know that. Yes, they are very lovely. Flowers they are. Pretty flowers. Listen, I just want the potion. Wait. What do I want with the potion? Please hurry. Don't tell me. Yes, that's it. We've met before. We have. Right here in... Where are we again? Blast! I think there are 2 ingredients that go to the potion. The potion that makes you better at making potions. Ember Eyes and Sky Blossom, reagents you can find hereabouts. With them, I can make the potion I need. See you soon, mate.
I'm so tired.
Well done. No one will miss those two. Take this to Shieldring Keep and speak to Tyne Delphric. He'll set you to work on my word alone. Go north of town, then take the road east. You'll find Tyne Delphric there. It's him you want to talk to. Go north of town, then take the road east. You'll find Tyne Delphric there. It's him you want to talk to. Next time I see you, may it be under war-sworn
You in
banners.
Heart? It's busy today.
What can I do for you today, stranger? I'm happy to help however I can. What can I do for you today, stranger? I'm happy to help however I can.
Try the corner shop for supplies. Faye? Here? You hit the wrong village. Sure, I'm proud. Aren't I war-sworn?
A commendation from Ordure, eh? That'll get you your first assignment. But more than that demands soldiers' work. Good. Prove your worth and I may let you join the Warsworn. I am but a simple soldier, grown old. First they made me Castellan of this keep. Then that wasn't enough. So they named me Ancient of War, Steward of the Order. I can make you a hireling. The work is plentiful and the pay is good. However, you are not truly of our order until you earn the rank of Pledge Shield. Even as our coffers fill, our ranks stretch thin. This war, these times, have tested our mettle to the limit. Still, we have not wavered in our creed. A mercenary sells a sword without honor. The Warsworn sell honor armed for battle. As rife with brigands and brownies as ever. With our best called to the front, our numbers here are thin. 3 Warsworn keeps guard the Summer Phalanx. Shieldring here, Helmguard in Erethel, and Ironfast and Detir, to each a Castellan, and in Pluricon, Amalur Xbox Cura oversees our part in the war. It has been centuries since the Warsworn have crossed into Pluricon, and in fact, that crossing has always resulted in tragedy for us. But we are mercenaries, and we are paid to fight there, so we must. Don't get any big ideas. Heroic deeds are long past, and the war's far away. But there's honest soldiers' work to be done. Hirelings earn good pay for standing guard, dealing with thieves, patrolling roads. In fact, there is a patrol setting out shortly, if you're interested. 10 years ago, it raged all over the plains, and we earned our pay in combat. Now the war's in a standoff, and we pay warriors to sit in Mel-Senshir and stare at the Tuatha army. A merchant group has retained us to discover why traders have been vanishing from Erode and Lorca Rain. Travel to Dyden Hill and meet a fellow hireling named Will Rendig. He is likely at the healers. Then, report to Warden's Bridge. You and a crew of other hirelings will scour the area and ensure the roads are safe. Understood? Good then. Though he is only a hireling, he is war-sworn material, and we look after our own. He has cares of a personal nature, which presently detain him. Find hireling Rendig in Dyden Hill. Check at the healers first, then join the patrol in Lorca Rain, mustering on the road near Warden's Bridge. Good. Off you go.
Greetings.
Forsworn proud.
A commendation from Ordure, eh? But more than that demands soldiers' work. I am but a... Then that wasn't enough. 3 to each. A castellan is right with our best call to the front. Even still, we have not wavered in our... It has been... But we are mercenaries. And we are... I can make... However, you are not truly of our order. Don't get it entirely. In fact, there is a patrol setting out shortly. 10 years ago. Now the war is in a standoff. A merchant traveled then. Report to Warden's Bridge. Though he has cares of a personal nature, which presently detained. Find hireling, then join the patrol in Lorca Rain, mustering on the road near Warden's Bridge. Good. Off you go.
Seen the job board?
Yes?
On your way, then. They're likely assembling at Warden's Bridge as we speak. Good day, then.
Sworn to war?
Stay sharp. Hireling?
Need gauntlets or a fine sword? I remember the time One-Eyed Arca routed us in Ironhold Passage. Then Ost appeared out of nowhere right behind them. But that was years ago. It's up to me to see that this ragged lot of stone-headed roustabouts is provisioned with whatever they bloody need. That's Fiona, our blacksmith. She forged these, every one true enough. Don't mind the bitterness. It's her own fault she's such a damn good blacksmith and merely an excellent fighter. What? That's all?
sworn to war. War sworn, proud, and
Greetings.
half the village sick with this damn plague.
There are bandits out there.
Despite the
The militia's store of potions has been used up, and we lost our alchemist nearly a month ago. Now it's up to me to resupply reagents and brew the potions. Somehow. Where we crafters work and mostly live. Olin and Cora handle selling the goods. Best thing against boggarts is flame. Old Oleander had a fine potion for that. I can manage a crude semblance thereof, when I've the proper reagents. Oleander Sinclair. Recognize the name? Left to gather herbs in Ironhold Passage some time ago. He never returned. Our biggest problem is boggarts, and the best thing against them would be fire. So it's fire potions. Tinder Twig and Scarwood Bark. They're out in Glendara Wood, but the wood's been far too dangerous for the likes of me. Makes sense, doesn't it? Wooden little things after all. You do seem the brave and heroic sort. Well, the village has a fund. Tinder Twig's often in that cave-like pass south of the lake. And Scarwood Bark's found by the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. And Scarwood Bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Now this is good news indeed. Here, have this for your efforts. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. And Scarwood Bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Kester and Cora. They're the cornerstones that hold this village up. Tinder Twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. And Scarwood Bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood.
I wish Murdoch Hayne had a few more fire potions for the boggarts.
Can I help you? Welcome to our famed craft hall. If you've come to buy, you may speak with Olin or myself. We're known all throughout Dalentarth. The best artisans all under one roof. He handles the sales of weapon and arms. I let him after I gave myself a bad cut once. It was my dream to gather all our artisans under one roof, and so I built the craft hall. I run it still. Our doors are always open.
Reisberg Arms and Armours, blacksmithing on premises. By making the craft hall, Cora settled a land dispute, a trade argument, and made herself queen of the market. The day I met Inga, she smote me in the heart. With that hammer there. It's true. Left a bruise you wouldn't believe. Oh, it's Inga who's handy at the forge. She likes iron more than people. Iron. And me. So long.
If you ask me, there's one clear cause of this plague, and it's sitting right across the lake. I mean that Fate Weaver. She's the head and the heart of the craft hall. Truth is, I don't know where we'd be without her. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage, in Scarwood bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood.
Can I help you?
Oh, there's spaghetti.
Come to town for the craft hall?
These damn boggarts.
Forsworn work? Good. The gold's run low and my mother's not doing so well. To the Warden's bridge it is. A plague troubles Didenhill. It's but a hindrance for the young and healthy. For her. For the older ones. Some get through it. Others don't. It's an honor to be taken as hireling, and they do look after their own. Since Mother fell ill, I've had more work and pay than ever before. I'm more grateful than I can say. It's seen its share of hardship, so I can serve in the militia and do what I can. All able bodies must serve in turn. Since Warsworn know how to fight, we're usually the first called. Aye, the one smack in the heart of Lorca. Go north of here, then east, then south along the road. Farewell,
Another
Mother.
visit.
I won't be long.
here's Didenhill Village.
What? Just what do you think you're doing poking around this jail? The Boggarts caused it, sure. But what caused the Boggarts? That witch, Luminitsa. That's what I think. I'm the jailer. What do I look like? The damned Fate Weaver. She lives right over there, on this cursed side of the lake. It's always one thing or another. Boggarts, bandits, weather. But we're not frail people. We get through it. Trust me, we've got enough troubles with the Blood Plague and all that. We don't go tossing people in there unless we've got to.
As the tree roots into the earth, the tendrils of thoughts twist to the soul. As the fire renews the field, the birthing labors produce the foal. As the mantis climbs to his mate, the heart outstretched to her fair hand. As the hunter kills its prey, beside this hill he crafts from sand.
By Mitharu, what is it you...
Oh, hello.
Did Thaddeus send you? Kester Barclay. My apologies. I don't mean to be rude. This crisis has me a bit on edge. That boy needs to rest. He's got the cough. Won't listen to me or his own brother. He won't likely kill you. Leave you weak as a kitten, though. Around here, that's as good as dead. I grew up here. Seems like only yesterday I went to fight in the war. When I got back, I was the toast of the town. Thought I was through with all that fighting. We're simple people here. Merchants, tradesmen. We're not equipped to deal with a threat like this. Blood plague, and the boggarts that are spreading all over Glendara. Normally the things keep to themselves. Looks like some Jotun got into their lair, though. Forced the boggarts out. I can't, but Astrid Frisk, our healer, can. That is when she has the medicine to treat it. We've been running low. More should have arrived this morning. You can ask her about it if you're curious. You're either brave or a fool. But if you could kill the Jotun, perhaps the boggarts would leave us alone. All right, travel north to the boggarts' lair in Coilsbane and clear out their cave. Coilsbane is a boggart cave just north of town. Well, it used to be anyway. A while back, some Jotuns started digging in the caves. They drove the boggarts out, and right into our town. Don't know what the Jotun were looking for, or if they've found it, and I don't care. I just want them gone. A single boggart we can handle, but 10, 20? It's only a matter of time before the whole town is infected. I can't allow them to run around unchecked, putting all the folks here at risk. Our own healer. As you can imagine, she's hardly slept since the outbreak. If you think you can be of any help, you most likely find her in her cottage, tending to the sick. Driving the Jotun from Coilsbane would be the best thing you could do for us. Of course, Astrid Frisk could probably use some help as well. Lumbering brutes. Almost twice as tall as a man and just as wide. Why they came to Glendara is anyone's guess. They just showed up one day. We weren't going to stop them. Please, hurry.
Brother Fallon should have come. Astrid needs that medicine.
Haven't been to Hunter's Pit since last spring. If you ask me, there's one clear cause of this plague, and it's sitting right across the lake. I mean that Fate Weaver. Aye, that Luminitza. If she called all them boggarts upon us, or simply plagued up the well, it wouldn't surprise me none. Dyden Hill's warden and war hero. I doubt any could have dealt better with the troubles we've had. The waters of Loch Dyden. Such a lovely sight. If you're buying goods in Dydenhill, it's Cora Bannock you want. Haven't been to Hunter's Pit since...
Bandits out there, despite the plague.
I wish Murdoch Hayne had a few more.
My. Is Starcamp being visited by a goddess? Are they all as beautiful as you? Maybe I should slap on a habit and join the mission down the road. You're in Starcamp, home of the Traveller's Dove. Now, I don't suppose you came here by accident. Ask, Dove. Ask to join our number. Well, I've seen fist-sized rubies, living people made of vines, and I've even seen a Jotun cry. But this is a first. Why join? The Travellers are renowned rogues, thieves, and all-around good folk. If you live in the shadows, away from the law, we're for you. You want riches? We'll help you take them. You want fame? They'll sing songs of you forever. Want adventure? Look no further. I thought by the look of you that you might. I have a good feeling about you, but some feelings count less around here than they should. I'll send you to the camp's leader, Krilgarin. She'll get you on your way.
don't just walk with your damned eyes shut. No, you look around. Really look. Found your way to Castell and Delfric, I see. Shall we begin? Or should we stand around until my hair grows grey? The ruins are full of boggarts and sprites. Thieves too, sometimes. We'll get to the bottom of this trouble soon enough. Right. Now listen up. The job today is to find out who, or what, has been attacking caravans along this road. Our hunt starts from here to the fork in the road. Fan out and move quickly. Look for any clues, then gather at the fork. On my word, go! Eyes peeled. Spread apart now. Don't just stare at your feet. Move!
What are we looking for? Thieves? Blood? I don't see a damn thing.
You go that way. I'll go by the road.
In the country of Niralim's embrace, the summer manifests as an immortal fae. You know her, him, it, as the resplendent warrior, or the ardent conqueror. You mortals named him King Issa. In the youth of your people's memory, you bore witness to Issa's exploits. He is your legend of might and eminence. Come, listen to a tale of Issa and On, the Godstorm, the Withering War.
What was that? Where's Bray? Oh, Mitharu!
We've only just set out and already down one. Pathetic. Anyone see anything? No sign of the attacker. Moving on. Turn east and across the stream. Up to the steps of the old ruins. Go! Hireling Falmoric is dead. Whoever it was, got her. Let her lie for now. I want the rest of you to be prepared. Weapons out, eye sharp. We get some action today. Maybe more than you bargained for. Look sharp!
you hear something?
No! Get back!
It's going to get me! God help me!
Then keep moving and stay alert. We've lost a second, but I caught a glimpse of it this time. Whatever or whoever it was went into the ruins. Steady now, weapons ready, and follow me. I don't know. Big as a man, at least. Just be ready. And keep your eyes open. Watch out! Niskaru in Dalentarth. Where the hell did they come from? Never mind that. We've got to track them down. I suppose the dead deserve better than nothing. We mourn the fallen, hireling. Give me a moment and a bit of space. We honor our fallen hirelings, true to their oaths. They died to a foe, and so their deaths shall be. What's the use? They knew the risk. Let's get going. Through here. See? Scuff marks here. Yes, it's this way. If it isn't Brigand Hall Caverns, of all the rotten holes they had to crawl out of. Well, hireling, the patrol's done. Here's your pay. You've made it this far. I'm going to find out what brought those things to Dalentarth. Come with me, and you might just make pledge shield. Drove near a red hand out of these caves myself. That was years ago. Before that, Tyne Delphric waded in, after Gareth Rill. Some cutpurse or another is always trying to make a name for himself in Brigand Hall. Come through this hole, and I'll see you earn Pledge Shield rank. You shall be sworn to war, one of the Order. Precious few boast that honor. Now that's what I like to hear. We'll make a war sworn of you yet. Now my
Perhaps there's some hope.
Hello?
If you ask me, there's one clear cause of this plague, and it's sitting right across the lake. I mean that Fate Weaver.
Don't mind me. I'm soft on those old songs of heroes and ladies. good then.
Now, stay close and do as I say. Now, what do we have here? Ah, yes. Brings back memories. Brigand Hall's earned its name. It's a notorious thieves' den. The path ahead will be littered with traps. Beyond that door there, you'll want to watch every step. First, we need to get that door over there open. Give me a moment to think. Now, what was the trick to this door? Not a key. Ah, yes. Come on, get moving! Take care. This is where the traps are thickest. You go around and throw the lever on the other side. And mind the traps. There's a lever on the other side of this door. Take the path around, watch for traps, and pull it open. We scour every inch of these caverns, find where the Niskaru are coming from, and then our swords put a stop to it. See the bodies up ahead? Thieves, most likely. Looks like the Niskaru got to them. We're not there yet, hireling. Make a fine pledge shield when all is said and done. One day, years from now, you and I will raise a glass and drink to the strange tale of how you earned your rank. What's this? Bloody mages? Not Balin's testament either. They must be the ones behind these Niskaru. That means they've got war-sworn blood on their hands. Death worshippers. They're a bad lot. Not right in the head. Might try to summon a Niskaru, but this isn't them. Even they wouldn't do this. Every bit as vicious and deadly as the old stories say. Small wonder we hunted them to the ends of the earth. The shortest path to a Niskaru is with chaos magic. Powerful chaos magic. And to keep it from turning round and mauling you, more powerful magic still.
video.
What's this? Bloody mages? Not big. They must be the... That means they've got war-sworn blood on their hand. Death worship. But this isn't them. Even they wouldn't. Every... Small wonder we hunted the shortest, and to keep it from turning right. No! The barriers!
to Logres by the winds of the black depths, come forth! Come forth! Who dares? We are the Phalangi, and all shall fall before us.
this? Another hireling.
Oster dead. I see. And so many hirelings, too. We will mourn them. At least you somehow survived. Remarkable. In reward for your brave actions, I now solemnly declare you pledged of shield and sworn to war. Welcome to our order, soldier. It is a great honor. Now, this artifact you say brought forth the Niskaro? May I see it? We will mourn him, yes. And honor him too. He died in the line of duty. You are a pledge shield now. You are one of us. This keep is a home to you, and we are your sisters and brothers. Our dignity rests on your brow. Why, this is the heart of Cybon. Aegon won this centuries ago. It should be locked in our ancient vault. How could it have been stolen from under our noses? This is a nightmare. Travel to Helmgard Keep and Erethal and investigate how this theft occurred. Speak to Grian Shane, Helmgard's Castellan. The Castellan of Helmgard is an upstanding soldier. Seek his help in this matter, but remember that he is your superior. In centuries past, we were something else. Hunters of Niskaro. Heroes known as the First Sworn. Whenever they took any cursed artifacts and weapons of chaos, they stored them in that vault. But that was long ago, in darker times. Travel to Helmgard Keep in Erethal. Learn how the heart of Cybon was stolen, and by whom. Castellan Grian Shane will help you. I would have sent Ost on this task. Honor his memory, Pledge Shield.
War Swan.
I cannot emphasize the importance of what you've done. Until you destroyed those shipments, all of Oderath was living on borrowed time.
Arte alquímico.
Fair. Corteza de madera marcada, pero ¿eso dónde está, tío?
Well. Welcome.
You have come. The dust of the road rises to meet you, Wanderer. Welcome to Star Camp. We are many things, but what the travelers are to most are thieves. We follow our own way. You are young among our number. I would not color your perceptions of the Hierophant with my own. When others feared to even speak to Fae, Grim came and introduced me to the travelers. Ever since, a more stalwart ally I cannot think of. I am Krilgarin. I am unfamiliar with the title of the Knave of Coins. But as I understand, it grants me responsibility for this camp and its travelers. I know the lands and shadows and winding paths travelers use. I heed no law or creed of property. For that, I am given leadership. This place has been walked by many, and this copse was hollowed ground once. We maintain it. Then Grim has appraised you and found you of worth. But there is another you must appease. Our guide, the anonymous Hierophant. Go to the Hierophant shrine in our camp and pray, as all travelers must. We have many freedoms and one chain. A traveler lives by his or her hands and guile. You must do the same. Trader Haydn sells items to supplement these skills if you need. Travelers have clever hands, but they are useless without the Hierophant, whose eyes guide us, a gift upon which we've come to rely. To receive the Hierophant's visions, we are commanded to pray at their shrines, and there are many who readily comply. May the wind be at your back.
What prays before me? An eddy in the river of fate, a cacophony in the song of Amalur. Your presence is unnerving, but you have come and prayed, and honored our creeds. You wish to make yourself a traveler? Then ask me for my portents. For true trust, for true compliance, the Hierophant must have no weakness, nor fault, nor lapse. In other words, the Hierophant must be no one. The price to admit you is great. It will take 3 treasures to balance the burden. First, there is a noble Elfwig Grilrakas staying in Dyden Hill. Steal his medallion. Then, in the nearby mission, claim the pall of the dead St. Edric's. The last are Drog's toothpicks. We have contacted their owner, Gunnar Frode, to buy the items, but you will steal them instead. It is the rather valuable bauble of an old noble family. Rather mundane, but worth much coin to us. The daggers used by the fabled Jotun Warmaster Draug, though they were not his weapons, as the name suggests. It is the burial shroud of St. Edric. There are many collectors of relics who hunger for these artifacts and pay dearly for them. Yes, some final warnings. Elfwig Grilrakas is a fastidious man. He will not suffer an approach he can see. The pall of Edric lies in his tomb, which is under many eyes. Wait until none are near before you claim it. And last, Gunnar Frode is shifty. He will not have the daggers on him or near him. Be warned.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy items or sell them? The travelers aren't highwaymen, regardless of what you may have heard. We're a family, a people. We stick with each other. Krilgarin is a good leader for Star Camp. Most here are new to the travelers, and she guides them from danger. It's a quiet camp. If you're looking to gamble, Rose Baden enjoys playing dice. The lodge is a bit of an odd place, run by a pair of brothers deep in the She. By all accounts, they just want to help those passing through the She. Odd. If you need another trade, then come and see Bernard.
You've got a gambler's gleam in your eye. Care to dice for some coin? Care to play again? Let me know. Bye.
I have spent my years in Dalentarth learning to imitate the ways of the Fae. If you need to improve your ways of stealth, I can help. The art of teaching stealth is no easy task. More than any other learning, it requires patience, for if you fail to learn, the effects can be disastrous. Wear the shadows well.
Hi, good day.
The forest you call Dalentarth was ruled by Issa. The god-king fostered communion, a sharing. The mortals heeded his wisdom. The Fae followed his spirit. He linked the natural with the divine and became a nature unto himself. He knew the lives of elf, human, gnome, and all people. He showed the Fae these words and ways. He united the Oath clans. As the meadow grows into woodland, so did Issa grow the court of summer.
Well, glad to see that you made it here safe and sound. Helic's the one you'll want to speak to, though. Made a living pillaging the ruins of old places like Talarain. Robbing the dead tastes better than stealing from the living. I'm a good enough thief. Never once been caught. Still have all my fingers, or didn't you notice? Helic's brainchild, if you can believe it. I don't share his optimism about the loot we'll find, but if we get only a fraction of it... The name's enough to put most explorers off. Bugger them, I say. Just less competition. Besides, what's in a name? I spent 2 years trying to make a fortune in a land called the Painted Orsks. Never did find out what an Orsk was. The mage is more used to seeing women in skirts, but I've caught him leering more than a few times nonetheless. Let's hope his spellcraft is more potent than his stares. Ah, clever and strong, I see. It's as I said, we're going to the teeth of Naros, the land south of Dalentarth. If you want more information, seek Helic Cross. He's leading us. We're camped beyond Ettenmere. Glad that's done with. Well, glad to see that you made it here safe and sound. Helic's the one you'll want to speak to, though. Fine. Well, glad to see that you made it here safe and sound. Helic's fine.
We're here. Good luck. I'll see you inside.
I smell the stench of mortal flesh.
We're here. Not until you smash those mirrors. It'll keep them from tracking you all over Dalentarth. Good luck.
The undying mortal has grown tired of running, has he? Decided to fight back? Can you tell me the difference between a creature of nature and a child of dust like yourself. We children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death, all serve the cycle. You children of dust do not know your place. You come into our land. You come to face your hunters. And you don't know when to die. You shall learn. In time, all mortals will know the might of Gadflow. Blessed herald of the merciful Tyrnarch. All mortals end, even if some are more persistent than others.
At least the Tuatha won't be able to track you so easily now. But it looks like you've got the personal attention of their king, Gadflow. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance. You're a mortal that survived death. You exist outside of fate. The Fae do not deal well with change, and you represent a threat to whatever has driven them to this war. And as much as I hate to say it, you'll need to take Aelin Shear up on her offer of help. The Codex of Destiny should hold some answers for you. For all I know, you already met with her at the House of Ballads, but it sounds like she's the only lead now. We should be able to get out this way.
Greetings, Sandra.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. And why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust? You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex. The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift. But why did it reveal itself to you? Surely you have a part to play in some great tale. Perhaps you'll act as the chosen pawn or even the wisest fool. Few children of dust have ever had such an honor. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm afraid I cannot. This simply cannot be the true Codex of Destiny. It must be nothing more than a very impressive forgery. It speaks of impossible things. Changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be treason. I would thank you to take your codex away from here. I will have no part in these lies. Every creature has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel. That is a telling. It is a narrative of defeats and victories that give every life meaning. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the small songs, the ones that celebrate the spring in which we find ourselves. The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. He watches the telling as it unfolds. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them. He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak no more of him. We are the story that is told in every age, with different words, but the same meanings. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are as we have always been and shall ever be, no more and no less. All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Tatarian. Our presence maintains the natural balance, bringing the green of spring at winter's end. For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline. But for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author can tell you. His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses it. Tragic. No, I bet my blades that it's real. Lionel may be a very learned scholar, but it's been ages since he had to learn anything new. Most Fae don't take well to new ideas. If this old fool thinks the High King would never have written the Codex, then it's all the more important that the High King see it. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Nirelem is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me, although perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him. You'll find him in southeast Dalantoth, at Caer Nirelem. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw Prismia to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing. We've known for a long time that Prismia crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen. Nirelem is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home. You should see how they cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says. You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature, but they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood, their history, and their future all in one. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them time and again. That codex isn't just a complicated law stone. It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear. and created by High King Detarian himself, no less. Interesting. I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right? You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Nirelem and I have our disagreements. Detarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer, but he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Detarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him. Good luck with Nirelem, and ignore anything he says about me.